Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Xander, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Xander's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give while we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred's using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. And the correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. And Xander has been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll be sure to show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now Xander is sitting very nicely on Fred's left-hand side, and that's where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command they're going to demonstrate is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Xander take off doing that now, and the command that you're going to give is Xander heel, and you're going to simply start walking, and Xander should fall in line heeling appropriately on your left-hand side. He should be keeping pace with you, whether you're walking at a faster pace or slower pace, meaning you should not be lagging behind or lunging ahead on that leash. If he is to do so, tell him no, followed by a tug and release on the training collar, and repeat the command to heel. Now we've also gone ahead and incorporated an automatic sit into our heel, which means anytime you're out walking with him and you stop, and there's an example right there, he's going to sit nicely at your left heel position. Again, if he does not comply with that, you're going to tell him no, tug and release on the correction collar towards the rear, and give the command to sit. Now the next command that Fred and Xander are going to demonstrate is the stay command, and it's a hand and voice command. Use the open flat of your left palm in front of his muzzle and the one-word command to stay and walk out to the end of your training leash. Now he should remain seated in this position and should not break. This is a great command to practice frequently to help build up Xander's ability to sit and stay for longer periods of time. When he first comes home, you're going to start at a low increment of maybe 30 seconds. And then over time, throughout your training sessions, you'll increase your intervals, working up to a total of 3 minutes for your long sit-stay. When Fred returns back, he's going to walk all the way around behind in a counterclockwise position, returning back so that Xander's directly on his left-hand side, again in heel position. And they're going to go ahead and run through their heel, sit, and stay for you again. The automatic sit. Open flat of your left palm in front of his muzzle, one-word command to stay, and then out to the end of the leash. Now Fred's going to give him a moment to hold the sit-stay, and then they're going to go ahead and demonstrate the recall or the come-on command. Call Xander in using his name in a happy tone where he should get up and come in and sit directly in front of you. And then return him to heel position by heeling him around the back of you, returning him to your left-hand side where he's going to sit nicely. Good boy. We'll demonstrate that again. Sit-stay, out to the end of the leash. Call him in using his name in a happy tone. When he comes in, make sure he sits. Good boy. And around the back to your left-hand side, sitting again. Good boy. It is important to keep Xander motivated throughout working his commands and let him know he's doing a good job by using lots of positive reinforcement, whether you're verbally praising him and telling him a good boy, or physically praising him and giving him some pets throughout the training session. The next command they're going to demonstrate for you is the first of our down commands, and it's down from a heel position. Again, use the open flat of your left palm, but this time straight down towards the ground, and the one-word command to down. Then give the stay command and walk out to the end of the leash once again. And with the down stay, he should remain laying down and should not break from this position. And again, this is another great command to practice often to help build up his ability to down stay for longer periods of time. With the down stay, typically it's around 3 to 5 minutes. But again, you want to work your intervals up over time to reach your goal of 5 minutes for your long down stay. And Fred's going to go ahead and walk around, returning back once again. Now, although you'll be incorporating your commands, and there's a little bit of physical praise there, give him a little pat on the head, let him know that he did a great job completing that command. Like I was saying, although you want to be practicing your commands and incorporating them into your everyday activities, you want to make sure that you're also setting aside about 10 to 15 minutes every day to work Xander in a formal obedience training session such as this video here. It's great practice for the both of you and will definitely help with the transition back home with understanding his new rules. Now Fred's going to demonstrate the recall or the come command from the down position for you. Xander gets on up, comes in, sits nicely, gets a little praise, and heels around the back. Back to left-hand side, sitting nicely. Great job, Xander. One last. Oh. Getting a little excited there. Last command they're going to set up for is the down from a distance. Fred's going to leave him in a sit-stay. Out to the end of the leash. Oh, he broke his stay, so Fred's just going to remind him to stay. And he's going to use his right hand from the end of the leash to give the down command. Oh, there we go. He wanted to creep in a little bit there. God bless you. So we've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Xander has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Xander, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.